Hellfest is here, guys, and it is one of the newest horror films. It's the first horror film to come out pre-October, and once October hits, which, when I post this review, it will be October, but there'll be much more horror films. But for now, Hellfest is the latest horror film that is about a group of teenagers. Well, college-age students, I should say. That is one little difference. A bunch of college students that go to Hellfest, which is straight out of a ride from Six Flags, it felt like. As it's supposed to be one of the scariest places where people can actually touch you, and actually like scare you. And it's like there have been a couple of deaths there. And there's a killer that is specifically going after these college students, picking them off one by one. But the question is, will he succeed in his task of killing all of them? Or will they figure out that indeed this guy is after them? This is a film that I thought the trailer looked very okay. And I wasn't really anticipating this film, other than when I had my triple header set up and I saw I've seen Night School, Smallfoot, and then this. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I feel as though Hellfest is probably going to be the best of the lot. And I was right. Simply because this is a film that, as you get into it, you kind of realize that the way this film is shot, the many scenes of just kind of showing a big crowd and just the lighting, it just feels very 80s-esque in terms of horror filmmaking. And it was nice to see that. Also, the killer is like a throwback to Michael Myers, I feel as though. And I also really enjoyed the score. It's the same composer, actually, that does the score for one of my favorite TV shows, Outlander. And so Bear McCreary, I think his name is, great composer. And it's cool to see him do a horror score, And I also have to say that this film, it doesn't feel too, it doesn't feel padded, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's a film that it's only 90 minutes and it goes by pretty fast. But, excuse me, that's where the negatives begin. Because this film, although it is 90 minutes and it does feel like it goes by fast, there are some problems with the pacing of the film. Because, yes, it is fast-paced, but there are many scenes where it's very predictable with what's going to happen. And it just kind of makes the pacing, albeit bumpy, and fast-paced, it makes it, in the end, just kind of like, what were you thinking? There are many scenes where I just kind of felt like they should have re-edited certain scenes. Also, there's that whole trope of people getting picked off one by one, which isn't a spoiler. I mean, this is a film that if you're going into, you know what to expect. Because if you're expecting a deep horror film, by all means, don't watch this film. Go watch Hereditary again, because this is a film that it's meant for an audience that just wants to see kills. That's the truth. And so to see these members get picked off one by one with nobody around, it's kind of like, really? Like, it's a very, very popular fest, apparently, and yet there's nobody around when these kills are happening. And I feel as though it would have been cool if there were a lot of people around, because it would have brought about a message of, well, look, here it is where there's people getting killed, yet nobody is paying attention to it because of the fact that it's in an amusement park where, people are supposed to be scared and people are supposed to pretend to get killed and whatnot. So to actually happen, I don't know. I just feel as though it could have brought about good messages. But again, it would have also made me think like, oh, I'm thinking that this is supposed to be a horror film that's deeper than it is, and it's not. So if you turn your brain off, I think you'll enjoy this film, but just know there are a lot of flaws with both the plotting, the editing, and the pacing, albeit fast. And also the ending makes absolutely no sense. I liked the reference to the film The Guest, which is a great movie. Go check it out. But I think that the last scene, it was kind of like, really? Like, that's like, I don't want to say confused, but I was kind of like, that's the ending you chose? Really? Like, it's just frustrating, guys, honestly. But, in the end of the day, again, Hellfest knows its target audience, and I feel as though if you are one of those targets, I think you'll enjoy it. That's all there is to it, and I'll be giving Hellfest a 3 out of 5 star rating, which, Frank's hot sauce. I know, I've been giving this rating out a lot, but, it is what it is. I'm waiting for Suspiria and Halloween to come out to kind of, freshen things up with the horror genre, or at least hopefully. But guys, let me know your thoughts on Hellfest. Was it very derivative? Was it exciting or new for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you very much for the support. Don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.